Okay, General Instrument video training series. Today we're going to talk about pH. Okay, so the original version that we were working on was the connectivity, and you can see this is exactly the same machine. We really haven't changed anything. Universal platform, add any sensor that you want, make it into what you're working on. So again, I think I mentioned this before, is that if you had a connectivity controller but you had to passivate the system, you could add a pH sensor, make it work, passivate the system, then bring it back to connectivity just before you go. The only thing that's different really with it, the pH should not go horizontally like you show it here. You will have to leave the connectivity sensor in here and plug it. There should be a T off of this that would be standing up vertically or 15 degrees plus or minus, so you don't want to really do anything. Now this here is the installation portion of it. What we want to do is we want to come in, we want to wire it properly, make sure the wiring is okay. Refer back to your instructions or your label here. You'll have econ, cond, and then pH with the B and C, but we want to look at the pH ORP and disinfection sensor here on the last column. This again still is going to be TB1, and this version here has 7 wires, where normally the connectivity sensor will only have 5. And I'm going to explain them real quick here. Is that we have a shield, of course, which is the clear, and then it's going to have power, which is the blue wires, positive being the blue, negative being the white blue. Then you have the in, which is the signal, which is going to be signal plus, signal minus, which is going to be the oranges. And then this version here has temperature compensation. Most of the time in the cooling tower industry, they don't have temp compensation. This one here does, just so we could show it on this version of it. And again, you'll see plus and minuses and stuff like that in that connectivity, and we have it all hooked up. Everything's ready to go. Now the last thing that we need to do when we're installing one, this here is a 20-foot cable, and we really don't need it, but for the sake of argument, I didn't want to really cut up some of my inventory before I install it. Normally you would have like a 3-foot cable here. This is the preamp, okay, and all of them come with this preamp. 1-inch NPT at the top here, so you can submerge it if you wanted to, or the flat surface here that'll fit onto the O-ring, and you can put it in line. It comes with this little cap plug on the end of it, just to keep things from getting in there. But do not install it with this part in it without having the actual electrode. They do give you a warning tag and they give you the assembly, how it should be assembled here. So do not do that without installing the electrode, which will come in a white box like so. It would have been in the mat, would have been in the thing too. So this is again before you've applied water to it. I'm going to go ahead and grab it out of the cartons that it comes in. Then get out of the carton, out of its shipping container. And there it is. That's the pH or P electrode. You will see on there well, pH, and N from Wallcam. Now this version here goes up inside of there, but this just shipping container just gets removed. So this is just to keep it wet, so it sits on the shelf and it doesn't dry out. So we're going to take off the top. Don't worry about that liquid, it's not going to harm you. And this red O-ring, it's discarded. Now it's ready to go put in there. Make sure that your O-ring is in place. Just goes up into the bottom. Should keep screwing it in until that O-ring pretty much disappears. Now you can see that it's gone now on there. So that's all it takes to install. Now it can be installed into the T, which should normally be in this position, not in this. Is the connectivity T. Okay, that is installation and wiring.